It was an ordinary Thursday evening. I'd just come home from work, exhausted and running on autopilot, when I noticed something unusual. My wife, Emily, was acting distant, distracted even. It wasn't anything blatant, but something in her eyes gave it away. As I settled in, I brushed it off. Maybe she was just stressed. But as the night unfolded, I couldn't shake the nagging feeling in my gut. My instincts kicked in when I noticed the faint glow of the bedroom security camera on the edge of the room. I'd installed it months ago for security purposes, just to be safe, but I had never thought I'd need to use it. That night, however, I felt a deep, unsettling urge to check it. As I opened the app and watched the footage, my heart dropped. There she was, Emily, with another man, in our bedroom. I froze, unable to comprehend what I was seeing. Was I dreaming? Was this a mistake? But no, it was all too real. There was no denying it. I watched in stunned silence as they laughed, held hands, and then it happened. He kissed her, and she kissed him back. My blood ran cold, but I couldn't look away. The betrayal was unfolding right in front of me, in my own home, in my own bed. My mind raced as I tried to process what to do next. Should I confront her now? Should I wait? I couldn't think straight. The betrayal burned deep, but I had to stay calm. I knew I couldn't let her lie her way out of this. The footage was undeniable. So, I walked into the living room where Emily was sitting, pretending to watch TV. I didn't say anything at first. I just held out my phone and played the footage. The silence between us was deafening. When she saw it, she froze. Her face turned pale and her breath hitched. She was caught. There was no way out. Her body language shifted from defensive to defeated, and in that moment, I could see the weight of her guilt bearing down on her. Her lips trembled as she tried to speak, but the words wouldn't come. I didn't say anything. I didn't need to. The footage spoke for itself. Finally, she spoke. Her voice was shaky, almost pleading. I never meant for it to happen like this. I didn't know how to tell you. I'm so sorry. My heart shattered as she spoke, but there was no going back. The damage was done. I felt a mix of anger, pain, and betrayal flood through me, but I held it together. You had no choice but to admit it now, didn't you? I said, barely able to choke out the words. I could tell she was truly sorry, but the truth was, it didn't matter. The trust, the connection we once had, was now shattered. There was no coming back from this. As the reality of the situation sank in, I asked her one final question, my voice barely above a whisper. Why? She looked at me with tears in her eyes, but I couldn't find the strength to forgive her, not yet, maybe not ever. The last thing she said as I walked away from the conversation echoed in my mind. I was lost. But I'm sorry, so sorry. But as I stood there, feeling the weight of her words pressing down on me, something dark stirred inside me. I wasn't just going to let this slide. No, I wasn't going to be the victim in this story. As Emily begged me not to leave, I turned back to face her one last time. I'll make sure you regret this, I said coldly, and with that, I walked out, slamming the door behind me. I knew what I had to do. I had the power, the means, and now the fury. I'd destroy everything she held dear. I wasn't going to leave her with anything, no home, no security, no peace. I'd make sure that, just like she'd shattered my life, I'd shatter hers. And as I prepared to put my plan into motion, I couldn't help but feel a cold sense of satisfaction. The revenge would be sweet, and it would be swift. She had made her choice, and now so had I.